Have you ever felt stagnant in your relationship with God? Did you once feel passion and connection, but lately it just feels like ritual and routine with disconnection? Hi, my name is Kristen Davis, and I've been there. After I found answers that satisfied my mind that the Bible was in fact trustworthy, I became passionate about sharing what I had learned with anyone who would listen. I voraciously studied and grew and shared what I was learning, and this went on for several years. I loved spending time with God. I loved growing my knowledge of Him. I loved sharing Him with others. But about 7 or 8 years into that journey, things started to stagnate and slowly got worse. I started to feel less and less connected to God and more used by Him. I started to feel like a cog in a machine of God's plan and not like a beloved child of God. I was still passionate about helping people get the answers they needed, but at the same time resented God for giving me that passion because I felt like me as an individual didn't matter to God. The cross is evidence of God's love. I would hear people say that and pastors say that at church, but the cross was for everyone. It wasn't for me specifically. Did I matter to God as an individual? Sure, God was using me in his plan, but theologically, I knew that his plan would be accomplished whether it was through me or through someone else. So, did my life matter? Did my life have meaning? Would the world have been any different had I never been a part of it? Did I matter to God as an individual? These were questions I was really wrestling with. And the more I tried to cling to the doctrinal truths I had been taught, the more resentment started to grow within me. Until one day I met a woman at my church and I felt like God was impressing on me to ask her to mentor me. Little did I know that her mentoring was in inner healing, not in ministry development, but through her style of mentorship, God was actually developing me for the ministry He's now called me to. Funny how that works. You see, I had a lot of emotional needs. I had a lot of emotional wounds from hard experiences with people that left me questioning my value and my worth. They left me questioning whether I mattered and whether I could truly trust anyone or whether I was just a pawn in other people's plans. I didn't realize that those wounds were getting in the way of me feeling the love that God had for me. And it was only by unpacking those relational wounds that were created by human experiences that I was able to invite God in to show me the truth about how He sees me individually. I'm not going to lie, it was a grueling process, but it was the most freeing thing I ever learned how to do. Learning to look at the painful places with the one who holds your heart is the safest and most rewarding thing that you can ever do. In being willing to follow the Lord into his invitation into emotional healing, I was able to once again find the joy of the Lord and the connection with him that have faded away. And if this is something that you can relate to, I would love to help you. I found answers that satisfied my mind that the Bible is a credible source of information, and inner healing that satisfied my heart that struggled to trust anyone. And now I help people find those answers too. The cross proves that God desires relationship with you. You don't have to stay in distrust if you don't want to. If you'd like help, I have a ministry called Doubtless Faith where I help people who want a relationship with Jesus but just can't seem to make themselves believe. I do this by helping them remove the intellectual and emotional obstacles to connection with God. We have a 1 hour seminar coming up a week from today, January 24th, dealing with common obstacles I found that get in the way of people connecting with God. If you're interested, check out our website at www.doubtlessfaith.com. Tomorrow, we're going to start a new series I'm really excited about, where I'm going to share some archaeological evidence for the credibility of the Bible. See you then.